Welcome, everyone. I'm Sue Barber, author, former IT director for a Fortune 500 company, turned executive coach, and this is the Visibility Factor podcast, where we explore how to raise your visibility and play bigger at work and in life. We'll explore key topics and welcome guests that help you shift your thinking about yourself so you can see new possibilities for your leadership. I am on a mission to create a visibility movement for leaders to show their value and be seen for their true talent. Are you ready to take the next step towards a higher level of visibility for yourself? Let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Visibility Factor podcast. This is Sue Barber, your host. I hope you're having a great week. I hope everything is going well for you. It's been a busy week for me, getting ready for a conference I'm speaking at next week. And I'm excited to talk to you today about the topic of influencing without authority. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through some key strategies for how to influence others, even when you don't have the formal authority to do so. And I'll also answer some questions that'll help you start influencing with more impact right away. So in many situations, whether you're in a team or in a cross-functional group, even in your own organization, you might not have direct authority over everyone that you're working with or on projects that you're on. But that doesn't mean you can't have powerful influence. Influencing others is one of the essential skills that I think helps leaders succeed, especially when you're trying to collaborate, sell your ideas, or gain consensus. So what does it mean to influence without authority? So here's the difference between leading with direct authority and without it. Direct authority means you have a title and you can leverage that title to get things done from others. That might be your direct reports or people who are working on projects with you. Influencing without authority means you're guiding people, motivating them, persuading them about the things that you really want them to get done. And it's about getting buy-in and enrolling other people to get excited about your ideas and creating momentum to move things forward, even when you don't have the power to do so. It's a way to help you get things done. So a great example of influencing without authority is any type of volunteer group, something that you're in charge of that might be inside of work or outside of work. But when you're the one in charge, you're influencing everyone else in the group to move things forward on goals or objectives that you've all agreed on. And so in order for this to work, everyone has to agree that the group has merit, that they're excited about it, that they believe that you're doing something good in the group, and they want to help it succeed. I used influence all the time when I created Women at Craft. I had to create the group, find an executive sponsor, find people to help me lead the group, identify people for a steering committee across the organization, and then figure out how we were going to create a plan and move that plan forward. And so I can see that I used influence all the time. I don't necessarily think I had a conscious thought that I was doing that, but it definitely was something that I leveraged throughout that process for sure, and through many others. So why is it so important to develop this skill? Well, no matter what level you are in the organization, you're using influence, whether you realize it or not. You have to influence others to help them understand things, to sell your ideas, to get resources, to get funding, and whatever else you might need for support to achieve the results that you want. So whether you're working with peers, managing people who report to someone else, or partnering with teams, your ability to influence others will determine how quickly and effectively you can move whatever it is you're working on forward. And especially if you're in a complex work environment, influencing others is a must-have to get things done. Whether you have the authority or not, the objectives still need to get completed, and that means you need to find a way to work together in order for that to happen. So what are the top things that great influencers do to succeed, even when they don't have the authority? Number one is building trust and credibility. It's the first step. You cannot influence people if they don't trust you. So people are more likely to listen to you, follow your lead, and accept your ideas if they believe in you as a person. So to build trust, you have to be reliable, follow through on what you say you're going to do, be authentic in your interactions with them so they see that you're genuine. When you demonstrate expertise and build trust, others will follow your lead, even if you don't have a title that grants you that authority. The second one is engaging and listening. One of the biggest mistakes I think people make is that they don't Take the time to listen when they're influencing. Influencing isn't just about telling people things and speaking to them about what you want to do and selling your ideas. It's about helping them understand their perspective about whatever it is you want to do, what challenges and needs they might have. Because when you actively listen to them, it shows that you respect them and that you care about what they care about as well. It's much easier to influence someone when you've demonstrated that you understand their position, where they're at, you're willing to collaborate and find a solution together. The next one is strong relationships. You might not have formal authority, but you probably have something just as powerful, which is all the relationships that you've built. People who are great at influencing without authority know how to leverage their network. They're good at building relationships with key stakeholders, and they're using these connections to get support for ideas. And when other people trust and respect you, they're more likely to back whatever it is you want to do, even when you don't have the title. The next one is building alignment. Influence is about aligning your goals with the needs of those you want to help you. So think about their priorities, their challenges, the things that are important to them, and how can you frame what you want to do and help them see that it's a benefit for them as well. People are much more likely to say yes when they see how your ideas also help them achieve goals. Use strategy. Influencing others is all about strategy. People who excel at influencing without authority know how to use persuasion. They use storytelling, data-backed arguments, or presenting your ideas in a way that appeals to others' emotions or logic. So all of these things have to come together in order for you to effectively be able to influence without authority. So let's talk about today's visibility action plan. Influencing without authority is a great way to build visibility with people that may not know you, that you may not work with all the time. And I would love for you to assess yourself on these 5 different ways that influencers succeed. Here they are again: building trust, active listening, relationship building, alignment, and being strategic. So how can you leverage what you're strong at already and begin to build your skills where you could be stronger? Start that now, wherever you are in your career, because you don't do less influencing as you climb the ladder, you do more. And what can you do in your daily interactions to practice these skills in a bigger way? And notice how people respond to you after you do. People see that you're being a thought leader and that you're really trying to move things forward in the organization, which they respect. In summary, even without authority, you have the power to influence. It's about making meaningful connections, aligning your ideas, and building trust, one conversation at a time. So great leadership starts with making an impact, no matter your title. I hope this episode gave you some ideas on how you can influence without authority. I'd love for you to share this episode with more people who are also trying to influence without authority and would like ideas. If you found it helpful, please share it with them. And if you want more tips on leadership and visibility, please check out my book, The Visibility Factor, and all my other programs that I'm doing in coaching. Thanks so much for joining today on the Visibility Factor podcast, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks so much for listening to the Visibility Factor podcast. Remember that visibility starts with small steps that are intentional and consistent each day. Be bold, be visible, be the leader you were meant to be. Find us and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever else you listen to podcasts. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, which are highlighted in the show notes. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time on the Visibility Factor podcast.